Hello lovelies, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. So this is my 18-week pregnancy update. So let's start with the baby this week. The baby is about 14 centimetres now and weighs about 190 grams and is the size of a bell pepper. So according to my baby apps, my baby's reflexes are now fully developed and the baby can hiccup and yawn and is moving around all inside my belly, which is probably why I've felt a lot more movements in the last few days. Like they're still very, very light. Like Craig or Ralph would just not be able to feel them yet. I can't even feel them with my hand or anything yet, but I can feel them a lot more on the inside, and I just can't wait for them to be like more prominent and more often, because I don't know, I think when you can feel the baby more, and especially if you can put your hand on your belly and feel the baby, it just feels a lot more real. So I cannot wait for that. So even though the baby is still so small, at 18 weeks, the sex of the baby is actually starting to become more defined. So if I was having a girl right now, all her lady bits are formed, her uterus, her fallopian tubes. And if I was having a boy, his testicles are moving down towards his pelvis and his little boy bits are more defined, which is why at your 20-week scan, you're able to find out if you're having a boy or a girl. I've actually got my 20-week scan next week, but we're not finding out. We had the surprise with Ralph and we're going to have a surprise again. So here is my 18-week bump. It's still growing nicely, but luckily not at the speed that it was to start with. I feel like I just popped so quickly, and I've heard obviously that's all to do with having a second baby. But now I feel like things have sort of slowed down a little bit. I've done the initial sort of stretching and popping, and now I'm kind of more growing at a more steadier pace. I do feel like I've put on a little bit of weight all over though, especially kind of on my bum and my legs, which I'm not liking very much at all. I do remember feeling like this with Ralph though. I remember putting weight on in these areas with him, so I don't know if it's down to being a little bit more relaxed with what I'm eating, or that is just how I am when I'm pregnant. So it is what it is. So as well as my belly and my bum growing, my boobs have been growing. And I think my boobs have actually grown more than my belly this week, because I'm starting to notice that they're sort of spilling out over my bra a little bit, which no one really wants boob bulge. So definitely need to go and get some new bras this week and probably go up a size. But what I found is really nice is when I get the bras without any underwiring, they are a lot more comfortable when you're pregnant. So moving on to me. I don't really feel like a lot has changed this week. I'm still experiencing the same type of symptoms. I really thought that morning sickness was on the way out, but the last few days I feel like it's come back with a bit of a vengeance. Again, it is only in the morning. It happens kind of once and I run to the toilet, I'm gagging, I'm not actually being sick, but I'm reaching as if I'm going to be, and once it's passed, and I don't get any more for the rest of the day. So yeah, not sure when that's going to stop, but it's in the morning, it's once, it's not affecting my day, so it's not a really big deal. Still getting a bit of sciatica. It's really weird because I feel this like twitching in my back, and obviously it's nerves and it's where everything's sort of moving around inside and everything like that, and it will shoot down and kind of get me in my bum cheek. And I notice it more when I'm sort of bending down to put like Ralph's shoes on or picking up his toys. Like that's when I feel it, and it will just get me for like a second. But again, still not that bad. Still getting some bleeding gums, which again is common in pregnancy. But the only new symptoms that I feel like I've had this week is that I've been getting hot flushes. And I think it's just as your hormone levels are changing, it can bring like increased blood flow to the surface of your skin, and that's what's making you feel a little bit hot. So yeah, just been wearing sort of layers and thin tops just so that I'm not in anything like too hot. And feeling really thirsty still, and still wanting water with like ice in. Has to be really cold, and I feel like if I don't drink enough I will get a headache, so I know I need to like keep drinking throughout the day. So the only other new symptom is that I have been feeling a little bit breathless now, which is all normal in pregnancy. It just makes you feel really unfit. Like you could go up the stairs and feel out of breath, but obviously everything is getting a little bit squashed in there, so it's totally normal. But on top of that, I'm actually waiting for an asthma review. Now, I don't know if this is pregnancy related or not, but for the last few weeks, I've been a little bit wheezy, and I just thought I was getting a cold or something like that, and it just hasn't gone. So I went to the doctor, and they actually think there's a possibility I may have asthma, which, I don't know, it seems so strange that I would develop it now. Like, Craig has had it, my partner has had it all his life. My son has got it, so for me to now get it would just be really strange. But yeah, I've got a review in the next couple of weeks, so I'll see what they say. I've had a lot more round ligament pain this week, and it is just where I stand up too quickly or move too fast, and I have experienced this in like previous weeks, but I feel like it's a lot more intense at the moment, and it's lasting a little bit longer, and it's really sort of making me like double over or needing to sit down till it passes. But it's all along my scar line. Like, it's totally normal in pregnancy, it's just where everything is stretching. But it's a concern for me that it is along my cesarean scar line, because if you watched my previous pregnancy update, you know that I have the option of a VBAC, which is a natural birth after having a cesarean, or I have the option of an elective cesarean. Now, the doctor did tell me that because I have a scar on my womb, I have a 1 in 200 chance of my scar rupturing if I go down the natural labour route. And I feel like because I'm having so much of this pain on my scar already, like, how's it going to feel when my belly's stretched even more, or I go through labour? So it's really sort of making me, I don't know, consider what my birth options are. And I keep thinking about what I'm going to do at the birth, and I know I've got till 36 weeks to make a decision, but it's really playing on my mind. So that's it for week 18. Hope you liked this video. Hope that you're all feeling well, for those of you that are pregnant. But as always, I love to hear from you. So if you drop me a comment, let me know how you're feeling or how you felt in previous pregnancies, then I will always respond to every comment. And if you haven't done so already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And if you press the little bell next to the subscribe button, it will notify you of any new videos that I upload, so you can follow on my pregnancy journey with me, knowing you won't miss a video. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!